The work that Buildwells did for us is a single-storey wraparound extension. From start to finish, I think the whole thing took about 6 months.
So the reason why we decided to have an extension was because we really like the area that we live in, and we really like the house. We looked around at the possibility of moving, and we realised that it would be quite cost prohibitive to do so. And then we started looking into the idea of having an extension to make the house perfect and exactly what we wanted.
We were hoping that we would have more space for our children to enjoy. They're all quite young at the moment, and we're going to get bigger, so we wanted more space for them to play in and for us to cook in. It was our kitchen in particular that we felt needed to be bigger. We came across Buildwells on a Facebook recommendation on one of the local Facebook groups.
So as soon as we inquired with Buildwells, they got in touch with us pretty much straight away. So it was really useful all the way through the process that actually they were available. Billy, who's the MD at Buildwells, was available on WhatsApp. I shared with him the plans that we put together with the architect, and then he came round. And that was a big difference in comparison to a lot of the other builders. Most of the others were kind of reticent to come round, although they kind of would have come round in the end. There was not kind of a willingness to do so, whereas Buildwells were really keen to come round and get to grips with the space and understand exactly what we were doing with it. So I think from the point at which we inquired to them coming to visit was a matter of days, which made a really big difference because it meant that we could really progress with the project quickly.
I think it wasn't just the responsiveness of Buildwells that made them stand out from other builders, it was their transparency throughout the process, at the beginning with the quote, and also their quote kind of seemed a lot more realistic than other builders.
Certainly from speaking to other people who've done similar work, often people find that the costs creep up as the project goes on, so you end up spending lots more money than you would have otherwise done. Whereas with Buildwells, it was pretty much, there were a few little extras which they'd communicated with us and we had open dialogue about. But generally speaking, what they said it was going to cost is what it cost.
They were all really friendly, they were great with the kids. We had some that were here every day for 6 weeks towards the end, weren't they? They were all lovely people.
The workers were always respectful. They were not loud, they were very tidy. At the end of every night they cleared up nicely. So it wasn't a situation where we really felt like we were living in a building site. And that's mainly because of kind of how conscientious the people who work for Buildwells are.
We love the quality of the work. It's fantastic, isn't it? It sounds a bit OTT to say it, but it has changed our life, and everything has been finished to such fine detail.
The thing about Buildwells is that everyone who works on the team is a perfectionist, so they really do want to do the best job. So everything is kind of done absolutely to the nth degree to ensure that it stands the test of time, and touch wood, it will do.
If someone was thinking about getting an extension and they had come across Buildwells, I would say just go for it. They are so communicative, so friendly, so good at what they do. The quality is fantastic. There's really nothing I could fault them on.
Just get them to come round and have a conversation. They're really transparent. There's nothing hidden, so they can have a conversation. You have a conversation with them, tell them what you want. They'll be honest about the price. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, the price for you, then you can be upfront with them about that, and they can give you various different options in terms of changing exactly what you do. So yeah, that you're absolutely not going to lose anything by having a conversation, and you've got a whole lot to be gained, because if you end up going with them like we did, then I'm sure that you will have a fantastic finished article.